Hello?
Hello. What's up, bro?
Welcome to the WUBro podcast with Nery Saenz, Mike Mercadal, and Mike Valdes. We talk movies, sports, pop culture, and it's funny, bro. The way Harvey Dent didn't realize it was a Joker, and the Joker took his mask, his little surgical mask off. Like, it's like he has the face painting. He has the face paint, but he has a surgical mask on. And the moment he takes the surgical mask on, he's like, wait a minute, you're the Joker? And it's like, wait, what? You couldn't tell it was the Joker because of the surgery. And that one little reel or TikTok ruined their... I can never take it seriously anymore.
Welcome to the party, pal!
And my parents, I swear to God, my parents look at this like when a character from Chicago Fire comes into Chicago PD, dude, that's like Spider-Man being in an Iron Man movie. It is insane.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
I'm just glad I like vanilla, boring sex like this. I'm glad that the sex I enjoy won't get me killed.
I want my money's worth. Come on.
That's how winning is done.
Hey, I'm Dave Chappelle, and this is What's Up, Bro.
Hey everybody, welcome to the What's Up Bro podcast, the only show on the internet truly asking the question of what's up, bro. My name is Mike Valdes. With me as always is
Nery Saenz.
And with me from now on is
Mike Valdes.
Forever.
Can I just tell you that my wife heard the intro and she was like, hey, you went real Hispanic when you said Mercadal's name. And I go, no, that's what he wants to go by. He wants to go by Mercadal. She's like, yeah, but you should have then gone with Mike Valdes. Like, she like accentuated. And I was like, Valdes has never expressed to me, or that I know of, the interest to go by like Mercadal. Flat out said, like, I wanna embrace my Latino-ness. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's, professionally, I'm like, hey, do it. That's
well, you want to know what it is? I'm not a traitor to my race, Nary.
I don't know. Your haircut says differently.
I know.
Neither am I.
Like,
I'm not a traitor to my race. My race is white passing, and I will remain white passing.
that is race, baby. White passing is a race. Wow.
We should just put the clip of like a Family Guy of the guy of getting pulled over when Peter gets pulled over, and they put the color chart, and they're like, let go, gets darker, arrest them.
I want to say welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us at the What's Up Bro podcast. Thank you for people who have been joining us. This is episode 423 of this show, in a variety of host configurations, but it is 423 episodes of this stuff. And we thank our dozen of listeners out there who are enjoying they've been with us since the beginning. There's still people that listen from the beginning, which is pretty great.
If we had one listener for every year that we've been on, we don't have that many, but if we had one listener for every year that we've been on, it would be fucking awesome. How great.
It's good to set goals for yourself.
Yeah.
You can follow us at WUBro Pod on all social media platforms. We would like you to consider sharing and subscribing. And if you want to clip some of this stuff and post it and you have commentary, go ahead. We got to figure out a way to build social media engagement because that is the current currency of our time.
The problem is that we normally just say things that have common sense, so we don't say anything outlandish or crazy. So we have to say something outlandish or crazy. We got to say like women voting. That's nuts. And then people, and then that gets aggregated. That will get aggregated and be like, these motherfuckers don't think women should be voting. Like that's a whole thing. Like that's how we get it.
I want to say that so when we started this show, cancelable stuff was not as specific. Like you could say shit and people would be like, he's joking or whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like pretty granular. I will say this. Here's cancelable. I had to have the conversation with my wife because she thought she could take me in a fight. She was like, I could defend myself.
Take you where?
What do you mean? Take me out to dinner? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I had to have that conversation. I don't know. This is gonna get specific, but like I I had to have that. We were watching. So Wife Watch 2026. Currently, we're watching together the Americans, which is that Russian spy show.
Love that show.
It's so good. We're almost done with it. No spoilies for a show that came out 10 years ago. But it is Carrie Russell, famously petite and the beautiful, cute, young-looking pixie Carrie Russell. Felicity. She's Felicity. She still looks like, even on The Diplomat. My wife loves The Diplomat. That's a Wife Watch.
Oh my God, great show.
Yeah. And but it's Felicity. She's like 5 foot nothing, 100 pounds. And there's a scene where she's a badass spy, and they show her do a thing where she just like punches a guy and knocks him out. And Chiquita was like, well, maybe you could do that. Yeah, you just got to, you got to get you. And I'm like, and I had to have that. I had a general reaction, right? Like, I'm not talking about specifics. Generally speaking, just run. Like, I had to tell my wife, and then we had to have that conversation where it's like, oh no, this isn't a disagreement. I know something, and you're like, I'm telling you a thing that is like, like professional boxers can't even do it on the first try.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What I was gonna say to your wife's defense, I was gonna say I've seen.
You're a little hot on the mic. Is there a way to turn on the gain? But yeah,
is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better? So I will say I've watched interviews with professional fighters, both boxers and MMA, that they talk about like there are buttons, right, so to speak, that if you get hit in those places, it will either knock out your equilibrium where you're like dizzy, whatever, or just knock you the fuck out. Where they're just actual buttons. You know,
I've had it done to me.
Yeah. So again, yeah, but you had it done to you, but not by somebody who weighed 125 pounds. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So I'm not so to your wife's defense, I get what she's saying, like, oh, if you hit him in the right place, but also to your defense, the chances of a 145-pound woman doing that to you is you know,
I'm neither going to confirm nor deny the 145 pounds. I don't know how much trouble I'll get in. But the idea that, okay, so what I was going to say, so here's, okay, this is.
Well, I was talking about Carrie Russell specifically, by the way.
Carrie Russell is like 105 pounds. She's tiny.
That's right. 140 small, by the way. 140. My wife weighs 140 pounds, and she's like very proud of that because she's lost weight to get to 140 pounds.
Yeah.
And I recently posted a video of me actually lifting her over my shoulder, on top of my shoulder. Like that's
you can military your wife.
Oh, I don't know if I can military, but I lifted her up and I did a squat press where I squat and then I lifted her up with her on my shoulder. I posted it on my Instagram. That's fun. It's like a dumb.
I don't follow you, so I don't see.
It's like a dumb viral challenge, and it was like. But the funny thing is, I was like, I don't think this is getting the traction that it deserves. But I also think that I should have like quote unquote messed up and like had trouble with it. Because I just did it rather easily. I was like, this is very easy.
Again, we're not saying controversial things. You're not giving the people what they want, something to comment on.
This fat bitch didn't weigh enough. So I
Hey, you know what's fucked up? The irony is that it would have been more impressive with your wife before she lost the weight.
I know.
Right? It's like, oh, you're lifting your skinny wife? Who gives a shit? You know, like, this isn't impressive to me.
This isn't impressive. Yeah, lift up that dinosaur that you have in your house.
Come over here, squat press, Mike Mercadal. Come over here, squat press. Come do me. No, but the idea. So this is my comment to the table. What? This is my comment to the table for discussion. What I'm bringing to the table to see your opinions on. She said no, but in the what made me turn was like, no, but in real life you could whatever. And I'm like, hey, this is a show. She's a spy and whatever, and she's if she was keeping up her training, she would look different physically. She this is just her. She's a mid hiding out as a Midwest tiny mom, know, so or a Washington DC mid-Atlantic tiny mom. But then the second you go from it being like, no, but in the real world, now I'm like, as a person who's trained in martial arts, a person who has fought people in real life, and as a medical professional, it's like, don't do that. I don't want to encourage that in any way. And she was like mad that I was like, no, of course it's different. It's different thing. No, it's not. You can't. And then she made it all about all women, and I was like, what are we doing? And then so I present you the table. my biggest pet peeve when having these conversations, it comes up a lot with MAGA people, comes up a lot with like anti-vax people, comes up a lot like in that context of like, if I'm making a generalization, don't talk about a specific. Talk about keep it, because then the second you talk about a specific, it's like, well, then I can say the specific thing that contradicts your thing. I'm making like what usually happens is what generally happens. So don't pivot the argument because you're angry that you're like, oh, I don't have a thing to say about that. You know what I mean?
I thought you were going to go more with the like
women are weaker,
no,
the weaker
with
sex.
With the inner, with specifically, I don't like when people can't like. I had this conversation with a friend of mine who's a comedian who I'm not going to name because the shit that he said was pretty crazy. He got mad at me that I liked. By the way, he got mad. He got mad at me. He got mad at me. I'm
sorry, I said that about the Romani people.
Yeah, he got mad at me that I liked the ballerina movie, right? And he was like, "Oh, there's no way a woman could beat up men and blah, like all this stuff there, you know." And I was like, "It's in the world of fucking John Wick. What are we talking about here? Like John Wick would have been dead in the first movie. Like he would not have survived."
The John Wick has a bulletproof dinner jacket.
Yeah,
he has
movies.
It's not real.
But movies are kids playing tag and being like, I have an invisibility cloak, you know, and you just have to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like that's what movies are. Like at the end of the day, it's a movie, and that's what we go into. Like
that was my whole thing with him. I was like, are you really like? And I'm like, you clearly didn't watch the movie because they literally talked about that in the movie. Within the realm of the movie, they talked about like, hey, you're a woman, you're always going to be smaller, you have to find ways to win without it being a fair fight. Like they literally said that to her, who, you know, Anna, whatever her name is, who's like 102 pounds. And so that already puts in the mind, like, oh yeah, the armas, their arms. And so that's the part that would bother me. And then the other part that bothered me, I was like, it's a John Wick movie. Like it's literally a John Wick movie.
Yeah.
This is like crazy talk to be able to put like. So when it comes to the world of entertainment, it's so funny how people pick and choose what they believe and what they don't. The suspension of belief. I was like, hey, okay, man, I don't know what to tell you.
We've always said on this show, and you could quote me or whatever. You go find the records. That when you're watching a movie, as long as the movie follows the rules that they set up and explain, like if there's something confusing and they go, like in the first Thor movie, it's very simple. It's like, oh, you have science here. Magic is science you don't understand. I come from a place where they're the same. Great. I never have to think about why he can do magic ever. Right. If someone like explains something in the movie and like even if it's exposition, like you need exposition in movies. It's a fucking movie. Yeah. But as long as they stick to the reality that they set up, I'm in. That's my suspension of disbelief, except for like medical things, which is it's just like a reflex, like a default kind of thing. I don't really have control over that.
Yeah.
If it's not that, then it's just like, hey man, I just want to be along for the ride, right? I just want to be along for the ride. I don't want to have to think. If you mess up in a way that makes me question the reality of your movie, then maybe you could have, the editing is bad or the script needed work or maybe there was a mistake or something. But as long as you stick to the reality you've created, I'm like, whatever. But there's certain things where people try to bring reality to things that are just like obviously, like when they talk about superhero movies, and it's like when Superman, when they were I was very sad that we did not get Michael B. Jordan as that Black Superman, that rumor that was going around. Do you remember that?
Not yet.
Like, Not yet. I would love to see it. And people are like, oh, Superman can't be black. It's like, Superman is not real.
Yeah.
It is a fictional construct created by whoever writes it.
The same thing happened when Spider-Man was being made with Andrew Garfield and Donald Glover was up for it. And people were like, Spider-Man can't be black. And it's like, well, if Spider-Man was
because he's black and Puerto Rican.
Right, but if Spider-Man were a book that didn't have pictures and it was about a guy whose uncle got shot by a gang member, you'd think it was a black guy. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day,
he's from Queens. He's from Queens. He lives with his aunt and uncle because his parents got gunned down, were victims of gun violence. You know what I mean? That's a 90s New York person that could have been totally real. Like it's a believable story.
Yeah.
His race is not central to the function of his story.
Yeah. Well,
right?
and fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but Miles Morales is literally made because of Donald Glover thing.
Situation. Yeah.
So
it was like a FU.
If everybody's favorite Spider-Man is Miles Morales, you could thank Donald Glover for that. So that's pretty cool.
I don't thank Donald Glover because he tricked me for too long. I was like, this Childish Gambino person looks a lot like Donald Glover, and then I realized they were the same person.
You are blind.
You are.
I've been fooled by the television. Is the television not 100% real? Should I not believe everything I see in media? Should it not be 100% real?
Stevie Wonder could see that Donald Glover was Childish Gambino.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Stevie Wonder can see. I'm like that. There's a conspiracy theory out there.
There is a conspiracy.
No, there is. There is. I know. It's funny because
I think it's weird that there's a conspiracy that Stevie Wonder is blind. I think that's the weird conspiracy.
That's the weird one.
Yeah, he clearly can see. No, but man, I'm the same way with like Superman and stuff, and I felt the same way with the Little Mermaid. People got so upset about the Little Mermaid. I'm like, why? Yeah. It's a fictional character. She should probably be green. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, so why do we care?
If we're gonna go by it, like it makes more sense that she's black. Her friend that's a crab is Jamaican. So it makes
Are
more
we in
sense.
Caribbean seas? Are we off the coasts of Africa? Like, who knows what it's also like, again, it's like one of those things where this is my, and we've talked, like we're always talking on the show about how different our algorithms are. And I engage with the comment sections more than I should, right? Like I really do. I shouldn't go in there. It is a toxic wasteland. But when you get people that like, I always say this, I am not smart enough for this many people to be dumber than me. Right?
Yes.
Like I'm not smart enough for this many people to take these things. Like again, and it says this. I don't want to say this as a U.S. centric thought, but it is because the internet. My internet is mainly in English, so there's a lot of people on the internet from other countries who are English is not their main language. But whenever I see someone comment, like there was a video I saw. There's a very famous skateboarder named Rodney Mullen. Right? He invented all of flat like street skateboarding tricks. Like he's like a legend. And there was a video of this girl who was doing a lot of his tricks, and she's incredible, right? She's amazing. And the video was shared not to identify her or whatever. And but like I don't know who it is. Like it just whatever. It was just like shared by a skate feed, which again we should have punished aggregators way harder than we did. The internet is what it is because of that. And it said, the caption was Rodney Mullen's daughter. Right? The daughter of Rodney Mullen. And it's like, obviously, they're saying that she's inspired. She basically is like the next generation of Rodney Mullen. Right. And people in the comments were like, actually, Rodney Mullen doesn't have a daughter. This is just some girl and it's like, we know that. Like,
that's my favorite. My favorite people in the comment section is the actually people. That's like it's like okay, man, okay. This is how I feel when I send shit. It's like it's just entertainment. It's just like you guys are taking it way too literal. Like this is okay.
My favorite new comment on Instagram is someone commenting, "What brand of autism is this?" Because they don't realize that comment is autistic.
Yeah. The fact that you can't pick up on the social cues of other people living their life. We talk about this all the time. Like. I'm doing acting classes right now, right? Like I'm doing these theater classes where I get to put makeup on white face and be a clown and do all this weird fun stuff. And this has never been it used to be a bigger problem, but as I've gotten older, that problem of like I had someone comment that like someone I don't know said something about my life, and my first impulse was to say, I don't care what you think. Yeah. I don't know you. Why would on what planet would I give a shit what a stranger thinks about what I am enjoying?
Correct. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like that comment that is now what's his name? Spider-Man kid, whatever the fuck his name is.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland was on a podcast and he gave he accredited the quote to Christian Bale, and he even says in the quote, he goes, I don't even know if Christian Bale actually said this, but the way I heard it is that Christian Bale said,
right,
if you have a problem with me, text me, and if you don't have my phone number to text me, then you shouldn't have a problem with me. Then I don't care if you have a problem with me.
Yeah.
Then that's the bottom line of it. It's like, yeah, wow, it's the truth.
I don't know you. And then so the internet is a bunch of people who think that they that it's like again, I fully believe my solution to the internet is that if you have a private account, you shouldn't be allowed to interact with any other account.
Yeah.
You can't interact. You pick a side. You either want to you have to be public to comment, or I mean, if you're private and other people follow you and you're already connected, it's like the Bumble thing. You can message each other. If you're private, you can only do that. You can't even like or comment on anything else on the platform at all. If you're public, then now people can be like, if you go comment, some super racist, misogynistic, transphobic, homophobic. Happy Pride, everybody! It's June. If you're in there doing that shit, then people can go click and be like, hey, who is this motherfucker? Where does he work? You know what I mean? Like you have there's an accountability. There's a reality to like, oh, and everyone you can always see in the bio, people with private accounts saying horrible shit, and then it says child of God, father, God first or whatever. And I'm always like, we can see you. We can see
That's
that.
so funny. Find the shittiest comment and then under that comment just be like, can't wait to see what Bible verse is in your bio.
That's my response.
There was a comment one time that I posted. There was a video of a female kicker in college, and it was like the first female kicker she did a kickoff or whatever, and it was like a large buildup to her setting up the kickoff. And then she kicked the ball, and it was an atrocious kick. It looked like an onside kick. It was really bad.
Oh no!
And I put in the comments the GIF from America's Next Top Model, where Tyra Banks is like, "We were cheering for you. We were all cheering for you." Right? Like that's the point. I was like, bro, I wanted it so much for her to fucking kick ass and do a good job, and she just fucked up. Right? Again, she's human. It's not because she's a woman, but she's a human.
Yeah. And so much pressure on any public athlete. It's crazy.
Yeah. So then that comment, the GIF comment, it was a GIF from America's Next Top Model and Tyra Banks. That GIF comment got thousands of likes. And then like 2 people commented, and one of the 2 people that commented on that GIF says, "Who's we?" And then I go to that guy's profile, and it literally says positivity vibes only. It literally says all of this shit. And unfortunately, Instagram doesn't let me post pictures to replies. Because I really wanted to take a screenshot and be like, "This you?" Because I think we were all vote like it's so funny how all I said was, "Hey man, we were rooting for you," and he was like, "Who the fuck is we? I wasn't rooting for her." You can't even lie to yourself and say you were rooting for her. Like I'm not saying don't laugh at her fucking miserable kick. Fine, laugh at the miserable kick. That's the whole point of the fucking video. But you can't even lie and be like, "Who's we? I wasn't rooting for her." Like you put in your post, you literally in your bio, you just put positive vibes only. What are you fucking talking about? What are you, dude?
Nobody wants to be. The entire 21st century is allergic to accountability. Me too. I don't like being blamed for like, I made a mistake. Please forgive me. But if I have to, if I expect the grace to be given to me, I have to be willing to give the graces.
I got to be honest with you. That's one of my proudest things as a parent is being able to tell my kids, "Hey man, I messed up. Sorry." I've said that to them multiple times.
Revolutionary. You hear?
And I'm just like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I'll tell them, "Hey, I messed up. Sorry, that was my fault. I shouldn't have done that. I should have handled that better." Like I've said that to my kids many times. Like I've never portrayed this perfect parent. I've never portrayed this perfect human being. Like dad doesn't make mistakes. Dad knows everything. They would not say. I'll be like, "Hey, let's find out." I would literally have said to them all the time, "Let's find out together." That's a good question. Let's find out. Like I don't know. So it's so funny to me because I was having this conversation with somebody else about people who are like, they said to me, "Man, it must suck to be these MAGA people because they're now finding out that they got duped." And I go, that to me is the easiest scapegoat.
Yeah.
I could just say, "Hey man, I was tricked. Fuck, I feel like an idiot." Because I was like, haven't we all been tricked in our lives at some point or another?
Of course.
Haven't we all bought something because we saw it on TV, and then when we got the product, it was completely shitty and not what we were expecting? Guess what? You got tricked. Okay, like we've all, dude, I've done that many times where I'll buy something from the algorithm. You're like, oh, look at this amazing Iron Man statue. It's only $40, and then you buy it, and it's like fucking 3 inches tall. And you're like, oh fuck, you got me.
Yeah.
You got me.
Wasn't it, remember Wish? Wish was like
Yes.
that was the whole
That was
thing of
the 2020 campaign. It was
Yeah.
Wish. It was.
Yeah.
there was the irony is, of course, there's so much money being spent on trying to sell us shit, right? Like
Yeah.
everyone's trying to pitch. Everybody's like, that's why at first it was Web 2.0 was you could contribute content. It was personal. You put your shit out there and people could interact with it. And then someone took all of that and made it into and again, it wasn't just one guy, because Mark Zuckerberg didn't invent social networking.
Media, yeah.
He didn't know. It's not, because at the time it wasn't. It was forums and things. That was your social network, right? Then it turned to social networking on a platform with MySpace and Friendster.
By the way, they're coming out with part 2 of the movie, Social Networking Part 2. No, they announced it. They announced it.
No, but I hope it reveals like again, it's all those things of like, at a certain point, they're making money. They're gonna promote it on Facebook. They're going to have to get the rights to it's kind of a snake eating its own tail kind of thing. It's still like hard to like be like, yay, you know.
Did you guys like anything? That? Valdes, did you like the Social Networking movie? Did you?
I liked the first Social Network. The trailer to the Social Reckoning looks really interesting because because of all the
That's what it's called?
The Social Reckoning is what it's called. And the next one will be the Social Fallout, and the next one will be the Social Black Dawn.
Matrix Revolutions.
Yeah,
it goes Reloaded, and then Revolutions, and then Resurrection.
Zuckerberg gets disowned by his own government.
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks interesting.
You've been burned, Zuckerberg, and he's got to go on the run.
Part of me was a little bit like weirded out, like spoiler for a trailer, I guess, but like part of me was a little weirded out that none of the same actors are back. It's all different people playing the same people. But at the same time, if you're going to do that, go all in and just do that. And make it like kind of like an American horror story type deal where it's like, you know, they're different characters, but they're played by the same people, or vice versa. Yeah. And at least you're doing that, you know.
First of all, I struggle with the name Reckoning because there hasn't been one. He's
not
richer
yet
than he's ever been. I mean, I don't know how. I've Googled how to build a guillotine. So guillotine.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like there's no social reckoning. There's no reckoning. He fucking Cambridge Analytica. He's experimented psychologically on people. Like, this is tinfoil hat, you know, whatever. But that's not even tinfoil hat. That's proven. Like, they literally conspired to manipulate the because what happened, it went from social networking where it was like, hey, we can share an album of our pictures from our digital cameras that when we went out, we took these pictures and we had a great time. Look at that. I can tag my friend.
Remember that? You had to plug in the camera like fucking dinosaurs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like fucking cavemen. You had to plug in your digital camera and be like, look at this picture that I took an hour ago. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
You posted something that you did an hour ago? Ugh,
how cool. And then it goes, social networking went to social media the second that people... I blame the big booty tea influencers. Remember, there would always be like a girl with a fat ass holding a thing of some some diarrhea causing tea.
Mike,
I'm
in Miami. I'm in Miami. You got to specify.
I know.
This is way too generic.
This is 2000. This is before. Once social media became the platform once companies started getting involved. I'll tell you this, I lost all of my Facebook pictures because when I started doing comedy, because I was trying to turn my page into a business profile, like to open a page.
Yes,
and
sir.
There was an option to turn your profile into a page. And I was like, okay, click. And I lost every picture. I had to go back and figure out how to log in under a different thing to try and save any of it. because that was when you'd be able to start putting pages up, and it was less about the person and more about the presentation, more about the product, and everybody there trying to promote something. The second they went to putting ads in the wall in the feed, and the feed was not in chronological order, it became marketing, social marketing.
Yeah, that's a very big deal when people were like, I just want to see, because you remember there was a time where if you wanted to post even like, hey, I have a show coming up next week, you wanted to post it at a certain time because that mattered, because people would see it whenever you posted it. And then it became, I remember the moment where it became a thing of like, no, we're going to show you what we think you want to see. And it's like,
Facebook events was a big deal, like a huge deal.
Yeah.
And I had it synced to my calendar and everything because it was a vital part of my social, schedule. That's how we told people what to do. And then the irony is not lost on me that we are currently streaming on fucking Facebook.
Sure.
Like it's become a utility at a certain point. And the thing is that it's the private account. You need accountability. You need something. There's a moment in the and now it's pivot to social marketing is basically like if you go on TikTok, everything has TikTok's a store.
Yeah.
It's like if you go to Amazon, have you been to Amazon? Like when you go to Amazon, which is again another nightmare of a company. You go on Amazon and you go watch the reviews.
Yeah.
There are people posting Amazon reviews which has no linkability anywhere. Like it's poisoned the brains of people. So that they're doing their reviews like they're doing a TikTok or something. It's not social. It
is really weird because like everybody regardless of follower count is an influencer now. And so and as Nery drinks his Dunkin' Donuts, but like everybody
because WUBro
I look at how many logos, I'm like the Dolphins.
Hang on, let Nery do the read.
Because WUBro runs on Dunkin'.
Yeah, sponsor us, Dunkin'.
Yeah, use code Nery to get 20% added to your order.
But well, can we just talk about how great that scene, how amazing that scene has aged in Wayne's World, where it's like, well, we don't do product placement, and it's like Domino's, and like it's only gotten better with age. Like that scene has only gotten more and more like, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
So Will Watkins, I saw. So Will Watkins posted this the other day. Our friend Will Watkins posted. His it wasn't even a review, it was just a remark on the He-Man movie, the Masters of the Universe movie. Right. He's like, there's a scene where the Amazon MGM Studios made movie Masters of the Universe, where he gets saved by a runaway Amazon delivery truck. And LOL, blah blah blah, whatever. And then he goes, that's an actual scene in the movie, right? I read that post maybe 12 hours before I saw the movie. So now I'm watching the movie in theaters. I'm in IMAX, right? And in AMC or Regal, whichever one wants to sponsor us. And I'm watching. There's a scene where there's a highway, and I'm thinking, oh, here it comes. There's just gotta come the fucking Amazon delivery truck. And sure the fuck, it really does happen. And it's not as egregious. Prevalent. It's not as egregious as Watkins makes it seem in the thing. It did happen, but it's not like they do a freeze frame or like on the, you know what I mean? It wasn't. Yeah. My favorite that I always think of is Little Nicky. Do you guys remember Adam Sandler's Little Nicky?
Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome.
Well, Popeye's chicken. That's not even the one that gets me. The one that gets no, because that was quite. They do that like that. They at least make that funny. Right, or try to make it funny. They do. Right, they do like the wink at the camera type of. But the one that gets me is the Kmart there where he's walking because he had to go shopping for clothes, and he went to Kmart and they're walking. And if you could, for the audio listener, they're walking, and you know how you normally hold a bag like a suitcase, right, to your side. He was walking with the bag label pointed outward, like
that's funny.
So forward facing. If you're facing me and I'm carrying a bag, you shouldn't really be able to tell what kind of bag I'm holding because I'm holding it like a suitcase.
Right.
but the camera was forward facing, and
he's holding it like,
and he's holding it like this, like he's
Yeah.
holding it like to just, and I'm like, that to me was the funny, because I'm watching it laughing, going like,
Yeah.
okay, Mark, get your fucking shot in right here, like it's so funny.
That happened to me.
Okay.
That happened to me when I saw Man of Steel. When I saw Man of Steel, there's a part where Superman is fighting Zod.
The IHOP?
No, it's not even the IHOP scene. I thought that was funny too. But so they have decimated this city. It's like 12 9/11s just happened, right? And he does his thing. He's like, this means hope, and then he flies away, and the only thing still standing is the Sears. It made me laugh so hard.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's funny. This is my. I submit.
That's where his mom worked. That's where his mom worked, as a Sears. So funny. It is. It's true. In the movie, in the Man of Steel movie, his mom worked at Sears. She had that fucking.
Fair enough.
She had I'm not lying.
That's not like the same reason that Baskin Robbins is an Ant-Man. Like, so they have to be somewhere, right? They have to be somewhere, and they get like that. I get it. They have to be somewhere, and it would be impossible for it to be like Smears, and it's a different,
It's why the question that nobody ever asks of like why Tony Stark drives a car, an Audi specifically, when he can just put on a suit and fly there. Like,
honestly, I just watched Iron Man 3 again. Underrated. There's parts of it that are, again, it's that whole thing. It's a parts thing, right? There's parts of it that are so great and perfect, and one of my favorite parts is at the very beginning when he has that panic attack and he's at that bar with Rhodey and the kids and whatever, and then he goes out and the Iron Man suit is just sitting parked outside.
Yeah,
and he just, because that's what you're saying. He should be able to just do that. He just like walks in and then he clicks into it and he falls. He's like, is it the heart? Is it the brain? There's so many great little moments in Iron Man 3. Shane Black, underrated. He's hit or miss. He's got like but it's like there's like so many good things. But he drives an Audi, which of course it's a luxury car, and they want to promote a thing. There's like, they live in the real world, so real world things have to be there. But I submit to you, my nomination for the most egregious product placement in any movie, it's hold on. It is Transformers 4, when they're showing off this new technology. Boom!
Oh wow!
What the fuck?
He even says the name of it.
Transformers 4.
But it's literally just a Beats pill. There's Bud Light.
Oh my gosh!
It's wild. All the cars, of course, are licensed.
That was insane.
Anyway, but this literally, like when he goes and think, here's a Beats pill. It's a straight up like hero shot of the thing.
I have a question. I have a question for you guys. Has there ever been a scene...
I can't hear you. You're talking. Were you talking?
Yeah. We can. Yeah. You lost it.
Uh-oh,
but Mike, keep going.
I was wondering if you guys had any kind of like a movie where a scene in a movie that you just have so many questions concerning what it is that they did, the choice that they made, and I'll explain what I mean. And you can look this up if you want to, Mike. There's in the movie Free Willy, there is a scene at the very beginning when whatever his face is, Jesse is very poor, right? And so he's there with his poor friends, and they steal a wedding cake from a party, right? And they steal it and they run away and all this stuff. And there's a scene where they're just celebrating and they're eating, right? And as they're eating, they all decide as actors. Can you not hear us?
Yeah. But you're on mic though, so
okay.
Mute yourself until.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay. So in this scene,
what movie was that, by the way?
Free Willy.
Free Willy. Oh, the one that I posted?
Yeah.
Was Transformers 4.
Okay. Okay.
So
wow.
That does nothing. Right, bro. And there's more. It's literally. I wish I could have found the clip. That's a bad clip because it like talks about how this revolutionary version of a transformer can reproduce any technology you've ever seen, including the Beats pill
Right.
Yeah.
But
And
what
then
made
I
me-
got, you know,
What made me laugh was because I couldn't hear what was happening to the listener. Mike was playing the video, and whatever they were coming, I couldn't hear what was happening. So I'm just looking at Stanley Tucci holding up a Beats speaker. But then I'm like, oh man, that's really egregious. And then right after that, there was a huge accident where there's a Bud Light truck, and I'm like, wait, is that which one he was talking about? Because that's pretty fucking egregious too.
They're both fast.
It was so fucking funny to me. I was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't- there were so many in that 5-second clip that I couldn't tell which one you were talking about.
Yeah, you
like,
could have
Jesus,
told me it
that's
was
bad.
a commercial before it was a
Shit.
movie. Yeah, but
what was the cake stealing scene that you're talking about? Because now I want to find what you're talking about.
so this is so in Free Willy. There's a scene at the beginning where Jesse
Are you
is
talking
with
about me?
his no, no man.
I can't hear Valdez. God damn it! What is going on?
But yeah, there's a scene at the very beginning where Jesse is with his poor friends, and he runs. They're trying to find food and things like that, and they start stealing food, and then they find a cake, and they run away with this cake. And then, most importantly, the scene right after, they're celebrating and they're eating this cake. And you start to see them as actors, the 4 actors. It must have been like the director is like, just improvise how you would eat cake, but just remember you're poor, right? And so there's people that are eating it with their hands, you know, all this stuff.
First time I ever went there.
Is it-
Yes, this is it.
My mom dropped me off and went to work.
So you see there's this scene going on, and people are eating it with their hands, you know, whatever. And then one guy is like, man, I'm so poor, I'm just gonna put it all over my face, right? And then then Jesse is like, I'm so poor, I'm gonna lick my dirty fingers, right?
Gross. Yes,
And then this guy goes, I'm so poor, I'm putting ketchup on it. Look at that.
Now, Mike, I have to ask you, what does this have to do with product placement?
It's not. It has nothing to do with product placement. It's just.
It's
so,
like, what are we talking about, man?
It's a why did this happen thing.
This is the moment of like, and this is the moment where I was like, oh, clearly he's going somewhere, and this is going to be something. And then you just had like an intrusive memory come in.
Yeah, dude. Because I saw that movie when I was 5 years old. I haven't stopped thinking about that scene since I was 5. Like, just like, what would make you feel like? I guess he's, as an actor, he's like, I'm so poor. My choice is gonna be that I put ketchup on cake. That's you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The irony, of course, is that
there was no product placement because you don't even see
the irony was
logo.
no product placement. The classic scene is of course this one where
the
fact is, and you signed a contract guaranteeing him certain concessions, one of them being a spot on the show. Well, that's where I see things just a little differently. Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
This is iconic. Also, Rob Lowe has never not been the most handsome man in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, look at the old Doritos bag. That was nostalgia.
Doesn't include selling out. Garth, you know what I'm talking about, right?
The most
That's my
Canadian
favorite one.
about.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. That's just really sad.
That's the best.
I can't talk about it anymore. It's giving me a headache.
Here, take 2 of
the
these.
hand coming in.
It's perfectly
new,
2
little,
of them.
Yellow, different. Look,
There's so much of that. Like it's. There's a lot of.
Hey, can you close out the windows for the videos? Because I think that's whenever you do that, I can't. My sound goes quiet. I can't hear anything.
To close it. Okay. How about that? Does that make anything matter? Does that matter? Uh-oh. Nery, you have tech gremlins. We can't even blame it on the internet this time. We cannot even blame it on the ocean. Oh, he would have laughed if he would have laughed if he heard me. That was a good thing. He would have commiserated over the tech difficulties and blah, blah, blah.
SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs. Also, why is he on his phone? He's in his house. Does he have like a million gadgets? He has so many toys. But get an iPad. Who cares, man? Get a laptop. He has all of them. Why is he on his phone?
I was wondering why he was on his phone if he's at home, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's jump in. I don't know. We gotta talk about stuff, but
I love that we're 45 minutes in and you're like, let's start the show.
No, because I want to. First of all, we have to mention it at least once. We have to mention that. No, I'm going to leave you out until you're logged in fully. You're ruining my image. I want to say that like we have to mention like the stuff that we initially wanted to talk about because we can go off on tangents forever. But like, we want to talk about. Speaking, we mentioned it earlier. Masters of the Universe came out. I haven't seen it yet. Valdez, have you seen it?
No.
Neri has. So Neri is going to give us his one-man review of Masters of the Universe. We're going to talk about the World Cup and why nobody gives a shit. Or at least I'll say this. I'm not gonna do that. I hate that. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And we're gonna end with a blind rankings. Like we really enjoyed the blind rankings from last week. We're gonna do it again, but this time from movies from 1996. So this He-Man came out, right? Masters of the Universe came out. Apparently, it's not doing well in the theaters.
Yeah.
But nothing does well in the theaters. Like, what numbers are they comparing it to?
Well, so yes and no. Numbers, I mean, Obsession is doing well. Like, there are movies that do well in the theaters. The Michael Jackson movie did well, you know, in the theaters. And there are movies that there are outliers, I guess. It's a shame because Master of the Universe was fantastic. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not gonna tell you it's the best movie I've seen. I'm not telling you that. What I'm telling you is it is easily, and I say this wholeheartedly. I've had 24 hours to think about it. I've seen it. I saw it 2 days ago. It is easily the most fun I've had in the theater. Like, it's so much fucking fun because the movie itself, they do a great job of not taking itself too serious, but also it's not a complete gag movie where they play it like, hey, we know this is based off an 80s cartoon. And we're gonna, like, the whole story is, the synopsis is that Prince Adam at 10 years old, Skeletor comes and fucks up his home, his Eternia.
The world,
or his, kingdom, whatever. And then they send him to Earth to get away, right? They send him and the sword to Earth to get away through a portal. And so he got here to Earth when he was 10. So they fast forward 15 years. He's now a grown-up, but he still remembers everything from Eternia, but he just sounds like a crazy person because he tells everybody about Eternia. So he tells everybody, like, and there was a guy who had this big giant fist and he used to punch people. And then he's like, yeah, what was his name? Fisto? Because as a 10-year-old, he just saw a fucking guy with a giant fist and named him Fisto. And he was like, yeah, he has a big giant fist, whatever. And he was like, well, what's his name? And he's like, well, his name is Ram Man. He's like, Ram Man? Yeah, he would ram the bad guys. Like, well, ram the bad. Like, so because as a 10-year-old, that's what you name these ridiculously named characters from the fucking 80s, right? Like, that's like, there's no.
So according to, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but like, so speaking of product placement, this show, so this is a thing that I was trying to get at. We were talking about it earlier. Like, some movies are just fun. Right? You just want to have fun watching the movie, right? You just want to have it, like, you turn your brain off, you enjoy the thing. To bring things around, this is it's supposed to be a fun movie, which I get. You're not supposed to think too hard. You just enjoy, let it wash over you, right? But also, the whole reason He-Man exists is because of product placement to sell toys. Every cartoon in the 80s was just a 30-minute toy commercial.
I had to, after the movie was done, I saw it with my kids, my two older kids, and I was explaining them to them. They're like, because my daughter, who's 14, was like, so this movie was based off
14?
Of
wow.
Yeah, my daughter goes, this movie was based off of cartoon. I go, yes, but also the cartoon was to sell toys. And she's like, what do you mean? I go, okay, so they made this toy, but in order to sell it, they needed a way to market it, and they figured out if they create a cartoon to sell the toy during Saturday morning cartoons. And she goes, what do you mean Saturday morning cartoons? And I go, oh shit. So then I was like, okay. So then there was a time where if you wanted to watch cartoons, you could only watch them on Saturday. She's like, what do you mean only watch them on Saturday? I'm like, only watch them on Saturday. You can't watch cartoons anytime. She's like,
shows were only on when they were on. You did not have the opportunity to go watch them another time.
She goes, what do you mean only Saturdays? I go, okay, so they were only on Saturday morning.
Down the rest of the week.
And so then I'm just like, yeah. So that was a very pivotal time for companies if they wanted to market toys to kids, like the ads that they sell to kids. They would have to put them in. They knew, hey, we have to put them. It's very important that we put them in these 4 hours because every kid in America is watching TV at these 4 hours. Yeah. So we have to make sure. So in order to sell this toy,
primetime TV was primetime TV. Yeah.
So I go. So in order to make this toy, in order to sell this toy, they have to make a cartoon. And then in order to make the cartoon, they had to sell these toys. That was like this kind of the thing. So this movie is based off a cartoon that's based off a toy. And like I was like, it's very difficult to explain this to somebody who wasn't
like
there.
Transformers did it, like everything. I will say this: one of the most like the best versions of this, where it turned out great, is Cowboy Bebop. The guy who made Cowboy Bebop in Japan, he was told, you do whatever the fuck you want, but put spaceships in it that we can sell toys of.
Right.
That's it.
Well, here's my question.
Now we have this like iconic show that everybody loves.
Here's my question. I was not aware. Maybe you're teaching me something new because let me know. Did Transformers do that same formula?
They did.
Yes.
I thought Transformers was already a comic, and they made that into a cartoon, which then made that into a toy.
You're thinking of Ninja Turtles.
I am thinking of Ninja Turtles as well, but I thought Transformers followed that thing where it was like, hey, this is a comic. No. We're gonna make this a cartoon, and then we're gonna make toys based off the cartoon. I didn't know, like He-Man was literally. We've all seen the making of like the toys that made us, where it's like, hey, I have a toy to sell because I have extra modes, fucking modes, plastic modes to sell, and it's like, oh. How are we going to market this? Oh, I didn't tell you there's a cartoon. There is? Yeah. I'll get my friend to start writing the comic book now. Like, what the fuck? What's happening? So it's all coming together at the same time. So that's what. But anyways, the whole, like, dude, there was a scene. I'm not trying to ruin the movie. I'm not going to ruin the movie. But just to give you a quick how fun this movie was, there's a scene at the end of the movie where all the heroes are literally standing around laughing and looking up in the air like that, just like laughing,
like the meme,
like no, like that's the fucking great. Like every episode, like the end of every episode, like the end of every single cartoon, when you and they're just all the heroes are laughing, and then the fucking tiger looks dead ass into the camera and it's like, why the fuck are they like? He just doesn't say anything, just goes, what's like the tiger's like, what the fuck is happening here? This is weird. It's so fun, dude. It was a fun movie. It was just, I was watching it with Missy. Missy had never seen He-Man. She never knew. She does now. She went in completely brand new. Yeah. And then it was like maybe 45 minutes into the movie, right? I'm having a blast. 45 minutes into the movie, they do the slow walk, right? With the smoke, whatever.
Always
they do the
dramatic.
Always dramatic slow walk. And then one guy does the flipping his hair thing, like super dramatic. And then Missy turns to me and literally goes, oh, I get it. Okay, this is awesome. Like she literally said that. She's like, I get it now. This is like they and then they start choking on the smoke because you know how the slow walk is always done with smoke. They start choking on the. It's so fun. It was like, okay, you get it. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
I appreciate that because I don't want you to tell me what kind of like what's in the movie I'm going into. That's why I do enjoy when a trailer just does like a vibe trailer.
Yes.
Like this is the vibe of the movie. What you just told me makes me want to go see it more.
It's so good. And then
it's a vibe movie.
And then the action sequences are legitimately fucking awesome. Like it's not like, oh, this is good for a He-Man movie. I'm like, dude, the action sequences in this movie will fucking rival. And then I remember my daughter, 14 years old, again, goes, oh, this kind of feels like a mix between Iron Man, Star Wars, and something else. I can't put. Oh, Harry Potter. I'm like, yeah, that's, you fucking nailed it. That's it. That's the vibe. Yeah, I mean, that's the vibe.
That's literally what it is. Yeah,
that's what it is.
So this movie's not doing well, is what I'm seeing in the headlines. The thing is that they expected, and while you're saying that, like Obsession and what was the other horror movie that came out, Backrooms. They were made with very little money. These movies are made with a ton of money. So the it's like the window. You have to. It's a much bigger. You have to do a lot better.
Yeah.
Like these are these are tentpole movies because like it used to be the summer blockbuster held up the studio so that all the other little movies can get made because they cared about, I guess there were still some people that cared about art more than profit, but now it's just like, forget it. This shit has to crank out money.
Yeah.
Do you think, let me get to the end of the question. There's a question with a second part. Do you think if this doesn't do well, that nostalgia movies are going to be moved on from as a marketing tactic? Because my wife, she asked, we were talking about, she was like, why haven't they made a Thundercats movie? And I'm like, I think we are all remembering these shows as better than they were because we talk about Kid Eyes all the time. None of these shows were great. They were just good enough for children to want to buy the toy.
Right.
So there's a chance to make it great, but I think what people want to see, I was telling my wife, I was like, I don't think people want nostalgia. They want to be 7 again. You know, like they think it's a cool concept and it could be done great, but not by the people who own the rights to them. It's the people who would love the product and want to see it done correctly.
So I think what you said was accurate as far as the nostalgia thing, that we don't want nostalgia. We want to be 7 again. That's a great statement. I think that's a very accurate statement. To answer the question about nostalgia movies, I don't know. The problem that I have with this whole thing is that the movie is legitimately good. Like this isn't a matter of like, hey man, you made something just to push your nostalgia on us and it was trash. There's a lot of things that you could point to a lot of examples of them doing that, right? I don't subscribe to this, but you could say that about the movie Battleship. I like the movie Battleship, but I know I'm alone in that. I get that. That's fine. But people, you could say that. You could be like, hey, that's not a good movie. And there are a lot of people who agree to that statement of Battleship not being a good movie, right? So you're like, oh, you're just trying to sell us nostalgia and you made a shit movie. But that's not what Masters of the Universe, by the way, certified fresh at Rotten Tomatoes for whatever that's worth to whoever cares about that, whatever that means.
I see here it's certified fresh, 67% for the critics. The Popcornometer, which is the audience ratings, is 87%.
Yeah,
which again comes back. So I love one of my favorite things that has come out is when somebody who when you heard all the stories about The Witcher coming out, and Henry Cavill is like, they're like fighting with the people to keep it true to and because the people who were making the thing don't care about the thing the way that people that care about the thing does.
Yeah.
You know, like so with He-Man, does it feel like somebody who likes He-Man made it?
I'm telling you, Mike, it fucking felt like a watching a live action version of the cartoon. The only difference is that within the cartoon they knew that it was a cartoon. Yeah. Like it was such a great. The fucking colors were so brilliant. It was.
I love that. I'm sick of the gray everything.
Dude, you know how when you watch a movie and which this is one of those things of tales of the time where you're watching a movie nowadays and you know exactly how much it costs. Right, as you're watching a movie, something that we did not know that as kids. As kids, I didn't know how much. I didn't know how much a Top Gun, how much that shit cost to make. I had no idea what Top Gun cost to make. As I'm watching Top Gun for the first time, I don't know what the fuck that is. I didn't know that there were reshoots. I didn't know that there was a rewrite. I didn't know any of that. I just fucking watched.
You just went and watched the movie.
So nowadays, you know all that information going in, and I knew that movie cost like $170 million to make. And as I'm watching the fucking effects, I go, yeah, that's how much this shit costs. This shit fucking because these effects are fucking well worth the money. Holy fuck, dude! That Eternio was stunningly beautiful, and you go again, dude. I want to see. That's the part that bothers me. I hope it's not, Mike. To answer your question, I hope it's not the end of the nostalgia movies because I like nostalgia movies when they are done like this, which I believe they are done right. The problem is. Just because they are done right, just because a movie is good, just because a movie is written well or acted well, doesn't guarantee box office success. There's no guarantee of it. There's no guarantee. Like
that's true.
Star Wars and The Mandalorian had a great opening weekend, and then, or not a great one, but a good opening weekend, and then now, and then again, even fucking Star Wars is not a guaranteed hit anymore. Like even the IP of Star Wars is not guaranteed anymore. Like nothing is guaranteed. So I don't know how to answer that question. I hope it's not the end of nostalgia. I hope it's not the end of good nostalgia movies. Because I would be down for a Thundercats movie if it was a good, well-made.
Exactly. Well, they're made of Voltron. They're making Voltron with Henry Cavill. They made like all of these things. Who knows? The Mortal Kombat 2 we just talked about. Mortal Kombat 2
in the family share.
great. But also, you weren't here when we talked about it because I know because of you were having tech issues. But that's another one where you could see that they clearly enjoy the product that they're putting out. Like they enjoy the property. Another one was that did a good job, I think, was when they redid 21 Jump Street. And it was awesome. And then they did 22 Jump. And now you sent me this today. They announced it. This is a perfect example of
technical issue. Every time you go to the other screen, my sound gets cut off from everybody else. I can't hear anything. It literally, the moment you go to another screen.
Why are you on your
whether
phone?
It's a video or now this still image or the Knicks or the 24 Jump Street, it just my sound gets cut off.
Okay. Does it come back?
I'll leave and come back.
It sounds like a you problem. The idea that the 21 Jump Street movie was as good as it was groundbreaking at the time. Remember, everybody was like, oh, this is going to suck. Oh, it's just a nostalgia movie. And then they're like, oh, no, it was funny and good. And it had a unique perspective and a good angle and all this stuff. And genuinely, it's like hard to know, because everything, it's like everything is a cash grab. Even Marvel squandered all of its goodwill that they had with Endgame by trying to cram as much stuff as they could into the multiverse, like by not giving things the credit they deserve as individual stories. Mm-hmm. And Marvel lost all of the goodwill that they had with Endgame by doing this chasing of pleasing everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why don't you just make and again, it's always a definition of, I don't know what good is. I don't know what bad is. I just know what I like, right? I know what I like.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, they make it. It's like when someone's like, just make it better. How? What do you mean? So I'm sure they're probably like there's people that are getting paid a ton of money to try and figure this out, and they should all be fired if they don't understand that the 24 Jump Street is going to be produced by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who have gone on to they did the Lego movie, they did the Into the Spider-Verse, they did all these. They're doing all of these things.
Project Hail Mary. They directed Project
That was
Hail
their
Mary.
first thing. Yeah.
Oh,
not the first. Great. I think, but Project Hail Mary was them too. Yeah, and it's one of those things where you can see like when people give a shit, it's better. Like Chris Nolan gives a shit about his movies. I don't know if the Odyssey is going to be good, but I know that for sure Chris Nolan gave a fuck about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like there's always that battle with the capitalism. I've been watching The Americans a lot, man. I'm starting to the Russian ideologies.
I think the problem, the thing with the Odyssey, what I look forward to with the Odyssey is the slow motion and the time travel. That's going to be real good for the Odyssey.
It's going to be great when Matthew McConaughey shows up at the end and he's younger than Matt Damon is.
He's literally looking through a bookshelf, looking at Odysseus through a bookshelf. No.
Yeah. Your wife is honorable. All right, so I guess we can't share anything else, but yeah. So, I'm gonna go see it. Maybe I'll go see it tomorrow.
I mean, I think just to put my 2 cents in, I think that
you gotta get more aggressive there, Valdes. You gotta get in there.
I just think, forgive me, I just let people talk, but on
a podcast.
I don't know if you know how we do things around here, but we just step all over people's shit over here. All right. So
you listen enough until it's your turn to talk, and then you go.
Yeah. I definitely don't think nostalgia is dead, because at the end of the day, what else are they going to make? That's all anybody is making when it comes to billion-dollar movies or billion-dollar budgets, are movies that are, remember this from 30 years ago, remember that from 20 years ago, remember this, everything is remember this. And the thing, and to take a page off of Mike Mercadal's book to talk about capitalism and how we're all fucked and all this stuff, the movies that are really good are made for $25. They make $400 million in the box office, and none of the crew or the cast or anyone gets any money from it. It's only the studio, and the studio gets all of the yay, we did it. Oh my gosh, this movie cost $25, and we were we made $425 billion. Aren't we so great? And it's like, well, no, they were great and they made a thing for you, but you're not giving them any credit for it. You know, like now you're just, you know, and that's unfortunately the way it's just going to be is that's the good movies are made for very little money and because it's just a good idea. And like the movies that are made with billions of dollars are, hey, remember this thing? And like, and ultimately for me, for example, I am not old enough to remember 21 Jump Street. And the reason why 21 Jump Street works for me, the reason why 21 Jump Street works for me is because that movie is not a bunch of, hey, remember this, remember this, remember this. Sure, there's a cameo at the very end and you know, all this stuff. Okay. But that movie is not remember this, remember this, remember this. It's kind of like, and I talked about this with Nery a long time ago about how Ryan Reynolds is doing the Mighty Mouse movie. Nobody that is alive cares about Mighty Mouse. It is way too old. It is way too old.
Is that good or
Why
bad?
Are we? No,
because you could say it as a new creative thing,
right? But what I'm saying is the point is nostalgia is always going to win. Because the whole thing is remember this when it's like, well, not really, but I kind of remember it. My grandfather who died 45 years ago used to like it. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't think it's, I hear what you're saying. I understand that point of view. From the perspective of the companies that that have to produce these things, I think that the reason why you're seeing reboots and remakes and all that stuff is cost saving measures to not purchase new things. They can't, they have if they own the rights to something, or can get it cheap, or they can do something with it. They would rather do something that they like. Would I rather fix something in my house than buy a new one because I'm dead broke? Then I would do that. But they're not dead broke. They're just trying to squeeze every penny out of a project.
Yeah,
they're going to go after what they have existing. I don't think
they
may market for a second on the nostalgia and be like, "Hey, it's Mighty Mouse," or they could do the thing where they're like, "Yeah." Wink, it's Mighty Mouse. Who fucking knows what Mighty Mouse is? Young people don't know what Mighty Mouse is, but
old people don't know what Mighty Mouse is.
Yeah,
nobody that's alive cares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that's kind of the thing. And ultimately, and I understand what you're saying because ultimately, a lot of these people are corporations. All they're trying to do is not get fired. Right. So, and what does that mean? That means that I will probably not get fired if I give my boss a Jurassic Park movie, as opposed to this, like, you know, really great story where they want, you know, $45 million, but it's a great story, but, you know, and it's like, well, can you do it for $2 million? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know,
see, I don't have a problem with any of those things. Everything that's being mentioned, I don't have a problem with it. I just make it good. If you want to do a Mighty Mouse movie, just make it good. Like that's all I care about.
Tell a fun movie.
No, but I know it's you, Valdes. You're saying, of course, but the studio doesn't think that way. The studio's like,
I know.
Pump it out. The studio's like, pump it out. Oh, we own the rights. We're saving money because we don't have to buy the rights because we already own the rights. So just pump it out. And that's my thing. Like, so nostalgia movies, I hope good nostalgia movies are not over. Voltron, by the way, is gonna be Amazon Prime movie. It's not gonna come out in theaters. It's gonna be an Amazon Prime movie.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. But also, again, just make it good. So like Mighty Mouse movie, whatever fucking movie, a Jurassic Park movie, I don't think there's been a good Jurassic Park movie since the first one. That's my opinion.
That's my opinion too.
I'll be fair, and I'll tell you, I don't recall seeing the entire front to back movie for Jurassic Park 2 or 3. From what I understand, people tell me that part 2 was really good as well and was underrated.
I think 3 is the one that I think people talk about.
I think all of them have great parts.
But
the best movie is the first one.
My thing is that both of you. Here's the thing: two things can be true at the same time.
Correct.
Both of you are right. Both of you are right. The problem is, or not that problem is, oh, look, Yolanda's in the chat. She remembers Mighty Mouse. Here I come to save the day. That's the theme song. I love that.
I think you remember of Mighty Mouse.
You remember? Well, they used to show it. I remember it, watching it as a kid when it was in the syndication. It was like in that weird space where they didn't know what to put for kids, and there would be like a random thing after school or like on a Sunday morning cartoon or whatever.
Also,
when they showed Popeye. Like when they showed Popeye.
I mentioned my daughter. She goes, Saturday morning cartoons. She goes, not even Sunday morning. I go, Sunday morning they had cartoons, but they weren't the good ones. You don't want to watch the Sunday ones.
They were the GoBots. But
I was gonna say, going back to what you were talking about with like cartoons and people not remembering with kid eyes or whatever. Ultimately, all everyone remembers is the theme song. And 99% of the time, if the theme song was good in your memory, you're like, yeah, DuckTales was a great show. And it's like, no, it was a great theme song. You know what I mean?
No, DuckTales had great characters. That's
also it was a great show. Yeah, remember how they had Doofus? Oh, my favorite.
And he gets the fucking donut, and he becomes a superhero.
Yeah, the magical donut.
See, we remember shit. Like,
but his name was
hold on. Let me get my point.
His name was Doofus. Can we just talk about the fact that they had made shows for children where one of the characters' name was Doofus? The fact that his name wasn't Dumbass was, I mean, it was so fucking funny to me. Yeah. Doofus. Hey, Doofus. I'm like, wow, Jesus Christ, that's his name? That's not even
the creative
that's his name.
Mentality that went into shows in the 80s. Look, what I was gonna say is the umbrella that all of this kind of falls under is if there was it's because everything that they throw money at is limited TV series for streaming because they need to prop up this fake bullshit thing that they all built their own platforms and they're all doing all these things. If it used to be that you could make a mid-budget movie and you could make a movie and have it not have your entire company's financial future not ride on one thing. Now what they're doing is that these properties, they're like, yeah, you can make a Mighty Mouse movie. If you could make a Mighty Mouse movie for $30 million, which is used to be an insane amount of money, but now it's not. It's like nothing. If you can make a movie for $30 million, you got big budget things going on elsewhere. That movie, whether it does well or not, you could put a little more time into it, make it good, or make it whatever. But if people don't like it, or make it good, it's a good movie. It's like He-Man, but you make it like you put effort into it. And if it doesn't do well, it's like, well, it wasn't because it was bad. It was just other reasons, right?
Yeah.
But those other reasons are like bankrupting entire careers and things. You know what I mean? Like, so like you can't put all your eggs in one basket. You can't like, put it all on black. You can't do that anymore. Or that's what they're doing now. And it used to be that there was a lot more options. I think the horror movies, because psychological movies like I really loved Weapons, man. I went back and I watched some of the scenes of Weapons. I really love Weapons. What a simple movie that is.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen it, so no spoilers.
No, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's like it feels real. Yeah. It feels like because it is. They shoot people talking to other people. I've been watching The Americans. Everything is literally just people talking and doing things in the real world. Not one special, like it's all that and.
Well, there's a lot of special effects in Americans. When there's a woman that punches a guy out,
and she's 105 pounds.
It's we'll just call it suspension of disbelief. But no,
the greatest special effect of all.
Yeah, if you're trying to do the fucking Avatar, which again, I don't know. I don't know why those movies make the money that they do. People want to see it for the spectacle. I don't know anybody who says the Avatar movies changed my life. Yeah, but I know people who said that, like when they watched Evil Dead for the first time, it changed their life. Like, people like found a thing in horror because that's the shit that people want to see. It's never going to be pop culture. It's going to be underground. It's going to be niche, and you can't gamble. You can't gamble a career, a studio's future on Mighty Mouse. But you can make it cheap, and it'll be good. Hopefully, all of this is money laundering anyway. I don't know why we're talking about this. Is all crypto balancing. Cooking the books. This is all fake nonsense. All the numbers are not real.
Project Hail Mary. You guys got to watch Project Hail Mary. That shit is so fucking.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
Is it in the family share?
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it is in a family share. I watched it on my phone for the first time, and I regretted it immediately. I was like, "Oh man, this is a movie that I should have watched."
Just like the director wanted it on your phone.
No, but the problem is, I didn't have to. I wasn't home. I was on a cruise ship, and I didn't have time. Fun. And then I made it a point this week. I'm home, and I made it a point to show the entire family Project Hail Mary. And dude, I'm telling you, you want to talk about movies that change your life? Like I literally feel that way about Project Hail Mary.
Wow,
this
really?
Changed my. It's so fucking great.
Two hard recommendations today from Nery for Masters of the Universe and Project Hail Mary.
It's a very hopeful movie in a world that does not feel hopeful right now.
That's what I'm talking.
So-
Mike, this made me feel, Mercadal, this made me feel more so. I don't know how, but it made me feel more hopeful than Superman. And you know how we both felt hopeful when we watched Superman, and we
I
were
almost
like,
got mad at you. I was like, "Fuck that!" Like I
Yeah.
don't, like I almost didn't believe you.
Yeah,
Like,
I've seen it.
that's my response about
it's-
how good Superman made me feel.
I'm telling you. So I made
Yeah.
the statement the moment after I watched the movie. I made the statement to my friend. We're talking about Project Hail Mary, and I was talking to my friend Don Gray, and then he goes, "Hey, what'd you think?" And I blurted out something. You know how when you just saw something, you go to a concert yesterday and you go, "How was it?" Like, it's the best concert I've ever seen. You're like, "Calm the fuck down."
Yeah,
let's take a break. Let's take a
Easy,
breath.
buddy.
You know, easy. So I made the statement after the day after I watched Project Hail Mary, and I said, "What'd you think?" And I said, "It's the best movie I've seen in 10 years." I just blurted that out. And he goes, "Calm the fuck down." And then I thought about it. I go, "You know what? You're right. There's a lot of recency bias. There's a lot of like, I'm living in the here and now. Let me take a break." And then I did some deep dives. I Googled shit like, give me
What
a
are the
list of the
movies?
best movies
Yeah.
in the last 10 years. And the only movie that I immediately, when I saw, I go, I don't know if it's better than this one, but it's really good. You don't want to know which one it is? And again, I swear to you on everything holy on earth, I swear to you on my children's lives, I did not know when I made this statement, I did not know who directed this fucking movie, Project Hail Mary. I did not know who directed it. So the only movie as a list of like Googled, you know, best movies of the last 10 years was Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And that's the only one where I go,
These guys are crushing it.
I go, oof, that's a good one. I don't know if Project Hail Mary is better than this one, but I know it's really fucking good. But this is a good contender for that.
Yeah.
And then like 2 days later, I realized, I learned,
It's the same guys.
it's the same guys. And I'm like, well, okay, well now I don't feel like I feel bad. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I legitimately stand by that statement. I think this is the best movie I've seen in 10 years.
There's a few movies that I feel like I felt hopeful afterwards, and the irony is one of those movies was the Lego movie. When that Lego movie first came out and everything is awesome, and the whole thing about you can be the special and you have to find these things, and then like I genuinely felt joy at that movie, and I felt like, wow.
That's what you're gonna feel
my
with
previous
that's how
my
you're gonna
relationship
feel.
I was in. Like it was like that. I was like, I need to be better at my life. Like this is
you're gonna feel that with Project Hail Mary. Like and everything is like storytelling, writing, acting, everything. The music. Watch it with your headphones. You and your wife both watch with your headphones. Like you freaks that you are.
I still don't understand why you hate on that. It literally makes it so that I silence
ridiculous.
everything, but I'm listening to you with my headphones on right now.
But we're not sitting next to each other. It's just weird that we're sitting next to each other watching one similar thing, but listening, but like just like, hey, I want to experience this as a community, but also not really with you. Just like
those two things are happening. She's right there, and you can go. My wife is a movie pauser. I will say this: Chiquita's a movie pauser, and there are sometimes where I'm just like, she's like, click, and then she'll give me a thought about it, and I'm like, I'm not going to let you do that again. You have to stop pausing movies.
So I swear to God, this is the truth. So I turned on the movie, right? And I'm watching. My 14-year-old daughter is very much like me in every sense of the word, good and bad. And she does not have a thought that she doesn't verbally say. My daughter just every fucking thought she verbally says out loud. She's my child completely, right? So I'm putting the movie, and as the movie's starting, as the like opening, whatever starting, I look at her and my wife, and I go, "There's gonna be a lot of questions. You're gonna have a lot of questions during this movie. Every question will be answered within the movie. So do not ask me the question."
Yes, that's a big one.
First scene of the movie comes out. I'm talking about maybe a minute and a half after I made this statement, and my daughter's like, what's going on?" My daughter goes, "What's going on? Why is he in that bag?" I'm like, "God damn it, man!
Hey, you've earned the right."
Fuck up.
Yeah,
it's
literally,
man.
It's like this may sound harsh, but after what I just said, you've earned a shut the fuck up. Are you fucking kidding me?
Hilarious.
Good Lord.
I just looked at her and I just shook my head and I was like, I'm like ignoring.
When I saw Project Hail Mary, I sent Nary. I'll just say the cardigan, and you'll see it, Mike. But I sent Nary the cardigan, and I was like, dude, I'm obsessed with this cardigan. And then like 3 minutes later, I go, I think I'm just obsessed with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. He has my wife pointed out the cardigan. My wife pointed out the shirts, by the way. She pointed out all the shirts.
Me too.
By the way, the cardigan,
the way he dressed in this is so good.
The
cardigan
in
Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, in Project Hail Mary.
I was like, what's going on? Yeah.
The cardigan in Project Hail Mary, I literally looked it up as I'm watching the movie for the second
It's
time.
so
It's $180 fucking dollars. I'm like, I'm all right. It's all right.
But it's so sick though.
It is good.
So
it is good.
Sick.
That's a funny set. That's a sick cardigan, bro.
That's a sick cardigan, bro.
Which I fully get it.
It's because it's Ryan Gosling wearing it,
Yeah.
but truthfully, like it's an awesome cardigan.
You sent me something,
dude. It's so cool.
Neri sent me something, and I'm trying to remember what it was that you're years old. There was that thing going around where like I'm threw my back out taking a nap years old. And you said something, and I'm
it's about the microphone that I'm using. I'm like, oh my god, I got a new microphone. So to the listeners, I'm using a new microphone, and I'm so excited to you because I saw the ad on Instagram, and I'm like, let me see whatever. It's a wireless mic. There's no wires to it, but I could use it with my phone, which I'm using it now. Hey, look at my daughter.
Hey.
Okay.
The irony is that's not the girl voice you hear at the beginning. The little girl voice you heard at the beginning of this podcast is now 14 years old.
Yeah.
It's Valdes.
You
are excited about a new microphone.
So I got a new microphone, and then I tested it. I did a minute and a half speed just testing out, and then I sent it to the listener I'm talking. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited to record so I could use the new microphone that I got from this ad that I got from Instagram. And it's like, holy shit, I'm this old. I'm like so excited. Like, I'm old man, like waiting to use a new product. Old. I'm like, I can't wait to use this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
speaking of feeling old. Speaking of ranking and top 10 movies. Speaking of product placement. Let's do our blind ranking of 1996 movies.
1996.
I put the list together this week. You did 19. What year did we do?
Last time was 1986.
86.
It was 40. Yeah.
Feeling old. That's 1996 was 30 years ago.
This is a murderer's row.
This is gonna hurt. But also, like we were talking earlier. The 90s are like this crazy, like you look at it and it's like an epic run of just creativity and people putting out stuff and or capitalism, like just like what we were talking about, that they were just the system. This is when the system was running, the machine was running at what felt like its most productive, right? Like this was the highest.
There's a great book, one of my favorite books I read last year, and I forget the year that was in the title, but it said is 1992 the best greatest year in movies, something along those lines. I think it was 92, I think it was 90, but it was something.
1994 is my go-to.
But within the book itself, whatever year the book gave, within the book itself, they talk about the entire decade because some movies. Because some movies, even if the movie, let's say for the sake of conversation, I can't pull it up right now, but the book, let's say the book talked about 1991, for example, if that was a title of the movie, a title of the book, within that movie,
keep talking. I gotta be right back.
Yeah, within that, they reference how the movie that came out in XYZ in 1991 influenced later movies that came out in 97, 98. Like
of course,
those movies were so pivotal. And I think I think it might have been 1990 if I'm mistaken. Anyways, but the whole point is how packed the decade was. Tarantino's favorite decade of movies is the 90s because it was so influential.
I think I agree with that, man, because like ultimately you're absolutely right or at least the author of that book is absolutely right, because when you look at pre-production and like writing something and like how long it takes just to get it made and like things like that, you see something in 91, like realistically it would come out in 94, or something like that. So 100%, it would definitely be like, I don't know about 1990 being like a great year, but like, I don't know. I'm not great with years, but like towards the early to mid 90s and on, it's like, wow, it's like everything is the murderer's row of stuff.
It's great. It's a really impressive lineup when you start looking at all these movies. The fact that, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, 1990, the Oscar did not go to Goodfellas. It went to Dances with Wolves, and you go, okay, but and people shit on Dances with Wolves for winning the Oscar, but I'm like, it's a really good movie.
No, it's a great movie.
I'm like, it's a really
great movie.
Oh,
It's
look
just-
who's in the chat. I'm sorry to cut you off. Here we go. Izu, Nary, read a book. You mean an Audible?
Yes, I do.
It's an audiobook.
Yes,
Listen,
that's
man,
exactly
if you
what it means.
consumed the media, you consumed it. You could have shoved the
I
book
am-
up your
I
ass.
am
You still
actually-
consumed it.
I am actually that person where my wife is a reader, like an actual reader, and
Yeah.
An actual reader.
Yeah, but I say that all the time to her. I go, hey, if I heard the book through Audible, does that mean can I still claim to have read it? And I don't mean me personally. I mean just in general. Can someone claim to read a book if they consumed it through Audible? And my wife, who is a real reader, she goes, yes, you consumed the information. You read the book. And I'm like, all right, I guess I don't.
I
If
think
you
it's
consume
one of
the
those.
information, you have the information in your head, whether you read it or you shoved it up your asshole. That like you consume the information.
I think I will say this as now that I'm driving more and I'm listening to audiobooks more in the car, I've stopped listening to podcasts and I'm doing more audiobook just because
Sure.
it's like I want to experience some of these stories I've heard about that are great, right? Like I'm reading Brandon Sanderson, and I'm saying reading, but it's quite literally what they call graphic audio, where they made it like a movie. Like there's a soundtrack and there's sound effects and there's
playing
actors.
characters. Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, interesting. Am I muted? No,
No, you're fine.
We can hear you.
No,
Okay.
this is us listening. This is what it sounds like when we
No. My dad. What's up, Tony? My dad is in the chat. He says, we said that 1996 was 30 years ago, and he's like, angry, fuck my life. And then he says, you think you're old? And it's like, yeah, of course you're going to be older than me, Dad. You're my dad. That's how
Also, Mike's
time is a
not
linear.
muted. You're just old.
Yeah.
The volume's down, Dad. It's like in Sister Act, Alma, check your battery. That's super niche for the 3 people that'll get it. But
They're all on this podcast.
They're literally all my friends.
What are we blind? So we're blind ranking 96.
So wait, I do want to say you mentioned something that I thought was funny, where you were like, I'm bad with years, right?
Yes.
And what I've started doing is telling people, don't tell me how old you are. Tell me the year you were born.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna tell me, oh, I'm 23. Like this is younger people in comedy circles where I'm like, yo, I'm 23. And I don't want to think of myself when I was 23, because that's a different 23. I want to know how old I was when you were you were 23. Like I want to know how old, so like, I want to know how old I was when you were born. Because if you tell me, I was born in 2003, which is the math, I was a full fucking adult. I was talking to this guy who was like, I like the most LA thing is that I got like someone gave me credit and like props for can anybody hear? Is it? I
can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
But I don't know if if it's going out into the stream. Let me see something.
Oh yeah, maybe.
No, it's there. I think it might be my dad. Tech issues. But the point of it is that the most LA thing is that when I told I was like, oh, my wife and I, we're the same age. Someone was like, oh,
yeah, that's
like it's an accomplishment. Like, wow, how progressive of you to date a woman, not a child. I was like, what is this?
That's the same reaction. That's the same reaction I get when I tell audiences. I have a bit about watching porn that's age appropriate. I'm like, I don't like when it's like barely legal. I'm like, ew. I need my porn star to be like, hey, let's hurry up and shoot this scene because I gotta go pick up my daughter from college. I need that. Like,
I've seen that video. I know it. Yes.
If she doesn't have a scar, on her pelvis, I don't fucking want it. I need my porn stars. I need my porn stars to be MILF-orific, bro.
My porn ages with me.
Yes, correct.
All right. Speaking of getting old, 1996. Here we go. The 1996 blind rankings. And I will say that I had to specify movies, and I don't think there's a bad movie in the bunch.
All right. So how many? What are we doing?
10. We're doing 10.
10. Okay.
So 10. I'm saying, so I'm keeping track here. And we're gonna start again. This is how good the movies are. Number 1, you're gonna tell me. We'll start with Nery, we'll go Valdes, and we'll snake. So Valdes will go. So Black Sheep. The
Chris Farley movie.
The Chris Farley movie, Black Sheep.
David Spade.
That's 10.
Oh, Nery goes 10. Why? You don't like Chris Farley?
I don't like that. To me, Black Sheep was like a bad
Tommy Boy.
It was like a bad. And there's another book I've read. David Spade in his book talks about the production troubles that they had because the director did not like comedy. The director did not.
I remember hearing about that.
So
Black Sheep, but Black Sheep, there was like one of the wave of Chris Farley, David Spade movies. But you're putting it at 10. Mike, what do you got it at?
I'm doing the same. I'm going 10 as well.
Okay. Black Sheep, number 10.
I like the fact that Mercadal was like, "There's not a bad movie in the bunch."
It's not a bad movie. I like it. It's fun. It's fun.
Okay.
You're comparing it to something else, but in by itself, it's good.
Okay.
I like it. There's the whole political intrigue and Gary Busey being a fucking weirdo with a rocket, like a weirdo prepper or whatever. That shit's funny. I liked it. Tommy Boy is of course better, but that was not 1996. Number 2, Broken Arrow.
Ooh.
Travolta and Christian Slater, and Travolta being one of my like a great villain. Like he was so good in that movie, being crazy.
Really is.
Yeah, you're out of your mind, and he's like, "Yeah, ain't it cool?"
Yeah.
Valdez, it's got to go on the list. Broken Arrow.
I was of an age where I was not allowed to watch R-rated movies until I was outside of the house. So I have not seen Broken Arrow. So it has to be.
It's
number
very
9.
90s.
Yeah, it has to be number 9.
Oh, okay.
I'll go 5.
Yeah, right down the middle.
Yeah.
It's hard, right? Because it's
but it's a very good movie.
Yeah. Broken Arrow. Okay.
I don't know how. I wonder how that aged, because that movie was very, very of its time.
Very of its time. I think maybe the fighting choreography or special effects, but I saw it a few years ago, and I was like, "Oh, this is great." But I don't remember.
One thing I really liked about that movie that stood out to me, it still stands out to me, is that was the first movie I saw where the nerdy tech guy was also a good fighter, and they pointed it out. He goes, "Oh, you think just because the guy they went to fight him, and he was a good fighter, and he goes, oh, well, you think just because I'm good with computers, I can't fuck you up or something along those lines?" And I remember thinking to myself, yeah, because the movie stereotype at that time was like, if you're good with computers, you're a geek and you're a nerd and you have glasses and you can't fight. And this guy was like, nah, I'm gonna still fuck you up with my hands. And I'm like, oh, okay.
So cool. I haven't seen Broken Arrow, but I have been to a Blockbuster before, and I do know what the video case looks like. And what I can say from just looking at the video cover is that if you were to pick one movie to explain 1996, I would go with Broken Arrow.
Yeah, Broken Arrow is good. It's a good cover. It's a good cover.
I just remember that I did not put this one particular. There's so many movies that it's hard to like leave one out. I don't want to leave one out. So we're only doing 10, but maybe I'll replace. God, I don't know. Okay, we'll do this one. Okay, number 3, The Rock.
Ooh.
The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage.
I'll go with number 3.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'll go with number 3. Welcome to The Rock.
Welcome to The Rock. I watched it just recently, and it's still fucking
holds
good,
up.
dude.
Still holds up.
It's
That's
so good. Ed Harris being like the military. Oh, what a good movie that is.
By the way, talk about a villain who was right. Ed Harris was right.
Ed Harris is right. He's right in a lot of things.
Yeah.
What do you got, Valdez? Rock.
I think I'm gonna go 6.
6. Ooh, low.
Oof, okay.
You
don't know what's on this list. It's
I'm playing it like there's going to be like movies I'm gonna be devastated if they're not in my top 3.
Yeah.
That's how I'm playing it.
Because I didn't pick every movie from
whatever. I know.
Did you know that in The Rock, did you know who they first wanted to play Nicolas Cage part and turned it down? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, cool.
What?
And he turned it down because the movie wasn't completely written yet. They hadn't fleshed out the whole movie. And so they're like, we think it's gonna be this and that and blah blah. And like it was very half baked. And then he was like, why don't you get back to me when you finish writing the movie? This isn't done yet. This isn't and then they gave it to Nicolas Cage.
It's like finding out that Brian Dennehy was supposed to be Han Solo. You know?
Yeah, it's like something like.
Well, God damn it, Chewbacca, get the fucking hyperdrive! Like,
I
been awful.
I want to see Brian Dennehy Han Solo so bad. But also,
now
like,
I want to see it.
Well, talk about like Nick Cage. Speaking of, I watched Spider Noir, and that's like the most recent Nick Cage thing I've seen.
Oh yeah.
And it's great. Yeah, but Nick Cage, like, could you picture anybody else in The Rock right now? Like you saying Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Dude, I'll be honest, Nick Cage is so Nick Cage that I can't imagine anyone else playing anything he's ever been in.
Right,
So
like,
Nick
that's
Cage,
what I'm saying. He's that
I
guy.
will say I like Nick Cage movies, the good ones, anyways. But so Nick Cage in The Rock did great. This is the reason why I can't picture Schwarzenegger is because the character is literally a scientist.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Maybe they added that later. Who knows?
If Schwarzenegger is a scientist in the movie, then he better impregnate himself. Because other than that, I don't fucking buy it. Other than that, I don't buy Schwarzenegger as a scientist. I just don't.
Nick Cage is in a Christian movie called Left Behind. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it.
Yeah.
Bro, that movie.
I was forced to watch it in school. I don't remember. I must have blocked it out.
It is so obvious that they only had 2 hours
like Kirk
with him.
Cameron, right?
Like he never sits down. Like he's sitting down the entire time. Like it's like he's like probably reading from cue cards. Like it's like obviously like the way it, and even then he's still good. Like it's
my favorite movie podcast is Cinephobe, right? And they have a term for that. They call that all in a day's work. So when they notice that an actor's only there, like this is no way this took more than a day. This is all in a day's work for Nick Cage in that movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we have we did Black Sheep, we did Broken Arrow, we did The Rock, and now we are going to do Happy Gilmore.
See, this is where the rubber meets the road for me. You know what I mean?
Happy Gilmore. My mouse is not working.
Valdes, you're up.
Oh man. So Happy Gilmore is like top 3 for me. I'm gonna go 3.
3, Happy Gilmore. Okay. How about Nery Saenz?
I will go with 4. If The Rock was 3, Happy Gilmore was 4. Yeah, I'm okay with this so far.
Happy Gilmore, I think I have not seen Happy Gilmore 2. Is it good or
if you like cameos and that's it, sure.
It's it's literally what we were talking about earlier. Like, remember when we did this in part 1? He's like, okay, man. Yeah. All right, I got it. I remember what you did in part 1.
Interesting.
That's
Where's the skip recap button on Netflix?
Yeah.
To be fair, this movie was also like it's like Adam Sandler was pretty divisive. A lot of people thought he sucked because he was just so goofy and stupid. Like,
yeah.
Sure.
It was very compartmentalized, and I think this one was the one where people were like, "Oh, this is funny."
I love.
You know
this
what I mean?
movie.
Like, oh, he's funny.
I thought Billy Madison came out. Billy Madison came out first. Maybe I'm wrong.
It did. It did.
Yeah, Billy Madison came out first.
Billy Madison is the one where I was like, this guy's a god.
Yeah, I think Billy.
But that's because of your time. But at the time, it was still divisive. People were like, "What?
Yeah,
the Hot for Penguin? The clown is bleeding. Like, what is happening?" Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
Jesus
I just
Christ.
got a hemorrhage in my head.
That cloud is bleeding. Made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's so funny. And then people just laughing. People just pointing and laughing.
The funniest thing about that movie is that I heard Bert Kreischer on a podcast talking about how he showed that movie to his kids, and his kids literally said to him, "Are we laughing because he has special needs?" Like, that's literally how people take it now.
Yeah,
where it's like, where it's insane.
I tried showing Ace Ventura, the original Ace Ventura, to my kids when my daughter was 11, and she just didn't get it because she was like, "Why is he going? Why is he jumping?
Yeah.
Why is he doing all of that when the door's right there? He could just walk into the door." I'm like, "That's the whole point, dude. He's a living cartoon. He's like this." And I'm like, they're too young to understand the ridiculousness of it. I guess in that statement, it sounds ridiculous. Like you're too young to understand the ridiculousness of it. Like the ridiculousness.
You're too young to appreciate childishness.
Correct.
The 90s was a time where you could just be an adult who acted like a child, but you were amazing at basketball. Like that's what it was. You know what I mean? Like
also undiagnosed neurodivergence all over the place. There's so many movies you watch and you're like, oh, this movie is about whoever wrote this movie has undiagnosed trauma, some pathology in this movie. And or it's
Drop
being
Dead
fueled
Fred.
by cocaine. Drop
Drop
Dead
Dead
Fred, yes.
is such a trauma response
It's
movie.
such a trauma movie.
It's so crazy. So Nery, you got Happy Gilmore at 4, Valdez at 3. Up next, The Birdcage.
Ooh,
what a great movie.
nice.
I love
This is all 1996, and it's not even. I didn't even pick the top grossing or the top rated.
Yeah.
I just picked ones that I liked.
Number 2. I'll go with number 2.
Yeah.
Birdcage is phenomenal. Birdcage is phenomenal.
I'm still waiting, so I'm going for number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Birdcage, Happy Pride, everybody, Happy Pride.
Yeah,
what an
so
iconic movie! That's
great
still
movie.
such a great representation movie. Also, as somebody from Miami, when you see Miami Beach, it's also the first movie I think I remember seeing Miami Beach. I'm sorry, True Lies. True Lies was where you see Miami.
But it was actually, this is one of the first movies I remember seeing Miami portrayed not as a shitty swamp area.
Right.
Yes.
This is this is an accurate
There's
an accurate representation of Miami. This is okay, I get this. Okay, cool.
Yes. Okay. We have.
Did you know that they offered Robin Williams the part of Nathan Lane's part first? They wanted him to play that part, and he read it. And he was like, and then he was like, I want to play the other guy instead. He's like, wanted to play the other guy, and that's where they allowed. And then they were looking for, and they got Nathan Lane. So really
good.
Cool moment. Yeah.
So what was that? So the Birdcage, Neri, you have it at number 2, which is again not wrong. How do you? Not wrong. And the Birdcage number 4 for Valdez. Up next after the Birdcage, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay.
6.
This is a night. Well, Valdez. So we go 6 for Neri, From Dusk Till Dawn. Again, this is all 1 year, which. And so
my favorite.
It's
so fat pussy, skinny pussy, black pussy, Latino pussy, black pussy, white pussy, hairy pussy. That
apple
scene.
pie pussy. It's crazy how good that movie is.
It's so good.
And I as much as it's the creepiest thing to do, the fact that Quentin Tarantino wrote a scene where the hottest Salma Hayek ever is pouring tequila down her leg with his. He's a foot guy, so he's got her foot in his mouth with tequila going in, and it lives forever on film.
And then
he's
he cast it himself.
Can we do that again?
He wrote that scene and cast it himself. Great.
He put himself there. He's like, it's like, oh, who are we going to cast for the foot thing? And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? This whole movie exists so that I could be that person.
I wrote this movie around this guy, this one scene. This is the whole thing. The movie started with this scene, and then I just expanded into vampires. I don't know where the vampires came from.
This wasn't a screenplay. This was a journal entry in my diary where I was writing how much I wanted to do this, and someone saw it and was like, let's make it a movie. And I was like, my prayers.
If you think From Dusk Till Dawn is weird, wait until you find out who produced it.
It's, what's his name?
The
Weinstein.
But everything has his. That's the whole point. That's why he was such a villain, is because he was in everything. Where did you put it, Valdez? You have you're open right now for you. I'll say 1, 2, 5, 7, 8.
I'm gonna go 8. Yeah, I to be completely honest, I've never seen it. I know about the titty twister bar or whatever. So there's parts of it that I hate, that I love. Yeah, I love that they call the bar titty twisters. I love the whole fat pussy thing that you were singing. I love that.
There's a whole element of also George Clooney.
Is I love fat pussy.
I love fat pussy.
I've never seen this movie, but I do love fat pussy, so I don't know.
I do, man. So it's in the top 10
baby.
for me.
You had me a fat pussy. You had me a fat pussy.
It's true. It's true.
Amazing. I really what a good movie that was. That was also one of the movies that this era I was like a high school sophomore. I forget what year, but I was in high school, and that was a time where my friend lived right behind a movie theater, and we would theater hop, and we'd be there. I remember I left my house and I forgot to leave the key for my mom to get in, because for some reason we only had one key at the time. My mom had to go to the movie theater and search for me from movie theater to movie theater to get the key so she could go inside her own house. Where the point where she grabbed, I was sitting there watching From Dusk when all the vampires and shit were happening, and I feel a hand grab my shoulder. I was doing illegal things, by the way. So I was like, oh, busted.
Yeah.
My asshole fell out of my butt. And I was like, eh! And it was my mom. And I was just like, give me the fucking keys. And I was like,
do you remember do you remember the part of the movie it was?
I don't remember exactly because I shit my pants.
Was it the fat pussy? Because they got it wasn't a fat pussy scene. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, it was
hey,
during the
I'm glad you're enjoying the fat pussy, but give me the keys. Give me the keys to the house.
It was during the scene where the band is playing and that guy's playing a guitar with the guy's leg shoved up his ass.
Oh,
the whole thing.
Right.
No. But it was like, pick a scene, and they're all at a certain point. It's like, oh no, all of this is awkward for my mom to have walked in.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is From Dusk Till Dawn. Up next,
I love the idea of your mom walking into a movie theater. She doesn't even know what movie you're in, but she just walks into every auditorium and she goes, I know him because he'll be the tallest one in the fucking room.
Yeah, I'll just be like the biggest shape, the biggest shadow,
the biggest fucking silhouette. You're like, that's him
Yeah.
right there. That's him right there.
I want to keep making jokes, but we've got to
I
go.
know.
We gotta so we've done a bunch. This is number 7 on the list so far of movies. So that means after this we will have 3 more. Number 7, Independence Day. Independence Day.
Number 7 for me.
Okay. You
I'll
only
go
have
5.
number 1 open above, like everything
I know.
else is down.
I have 1, 7, 8, and 9 is what I have left, and now I got rid of 7, so I have 1, 8, and 9 left.
You have 1, 8, and 9. What about you, Mike Valdes?
I'll go 5.
5 for Independence Day. This is the 4th of July movie that I liked watching when I was doing my show in New York, and we would watch it in the basement of this comedy club, and all the comedians would be hanging out. And when I tell you, people applaud at the Bill Pullman scene, but they also would lose their shit when Boomer escapes the explosion. The dog jumps and the explosion goes by, and everyone's like, Boomer! So many iconic scenes in this movie. Which is the first line you thought of when I said Independence Day?
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome.
The first thing I think of is the Fahim Anwar bit where he's watching the movie at home and his dad had never seen it before and he thought that he was just watching the news, and then a UFO blows up the White House and then he actually saw his dad feel like he just saw the White House actually blow up, and he said, and his reaction was just, what? He's like,
honestly,
that is what would happen if my dad actually saw the apocalypse. He would just go,
if I was watching the UFC fight that's happening on the lawn of the White House, that's gonna happen, and all of a sudden there's just a white flash and it's showing a camera from another, and a mushroom cloud is literally engulfing Washington DC.
Yeah,
that might be my reaction to it. I'd be like, what? Like,
yeah,
what is that? It'd take me a second. I'd be like,
yeah, it would. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it at first.
I can see Mike doing this. I can see Mike going like this.
Taking his headphone off. You see that?
Yeah, like it's like I don't. Are we supposed to clap now? Like, when is it appropriate to clap? What are we doing? What?
Oh my god, that's crazy.
No, we're not clapping. This is terrible. Okay, never mind. This is terrible again.
I'm in my house alone and just not having to worry about that. Also, but I'm talking about like a whole city gets blown up, right? Like a whole. Fucking,
right.
I do not want unnecessary loss. I just want necessary loss of life.
Sure.
Yeah. Independence Day, number 7 for Nery, number 5 for Valdes. Number 8, we have Twister. Twister.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Boy, oh boy, do I have a story about Twister. What numbers do I have left?
Not the titty twister. You have 1, 2, and 7.
I'll go 7. Okay. The reason the crazy thing about Twister is that in that movie, I was very young when it came out, and it scared the crap out of me because in the very beginning, there's the part where the dad gets sucked up whatever, and the dad was dressed just like my dad, and like in real life, and so I like legitimately thought that like a Twister would just come out and just like, oh, the earth can just suck up my dad from my house. Like just like that's what's
That's
gonna happen.
literally what the movie was about. That's literally Helen Hunt was traumatized by the Earth sucking her dad out of the basement and throwing him into the fucking sky.
Yeah, but the difference between her and I is that I wouldn't then do a career where I'm following my fear. You know?
I love this movie, but
This movie's so good.
I would go with
Paxton, man.
There's my number 9.
Your number 9.
Paxton rips, dude. He's so
I even just recently I was like, we got cows. I just said or the Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, food. We want food.
We want food.
Yeah. Philip Seymour Hoffman is such an underrated comic actor. Like created the word shart. Like just what a great.
Gary and I have talked about how we were crying laughing at how bad he was at basketball in Along Came Polly, where he's like,
dude, it's hilarious. It's hilarious how bad he is, dude.
It's
so good.
We've talked about it. The Twister was also one of the the movies where you're watching it and I remember the first time I felt the theater shake from the sound.
Yeah,
that it was like the sound was a big deal, and it was like a horror movie, but the horror movie was nature and the earth. It was good. After Twister, we have Biodome.
By the way, that's another I'm old moment is when I was watching He-Man. I picked IMAX. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it in IMAX in the biggest screen possible, and the whole time I'm like, does it have to be so loud?
That's how I was in Mandalorian and Grogu. I was like,
does it have to be so loud? Like, I appreciate the effects, I appreciate the big screen, but the volume, can we just does it have to be this just a little bit? Come on, just bring it down a little bit. Mind you, I paid extra for it. I'm like, I want
they got you.
That's
Biodome is number 8 for me. I'm glad.
Number 8, Biodome. Good. I was like gonna say because you know that they got to throw the curveball at the end.
It's number 2 for me, and it's number 2 in our hearts. So number 2.
Number 2. Biodome. Probably. What is your favorite Pauly Shore movie of that era?
Encino Man.
Encino Man is pretty good. That's a good one.
Mine is a Goofy movie.
I've never watched a Goofy movie.
What a great movie!
Yeah,
that's what
you'll love it, especially as
the
a dad.
first one is very Oh man, yeah.
You're gonna cry your balls off, dude.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry your balls off.
I cry my balls off, and I'm not even a dad.
I cry my balls off, and I hate children. So this next movie is both your number ones.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Mission Impossible, the original.
Yeah, I'll take
original Mission Impossible.
It's not great, but I'll take it.
All right. That's the whole point of the blind ranking. You kind of go,
yeah. Here's a couple. So let's say this: both of you, Mission Impossible, the best movie, without a doubt. You'll die on this hill. Mission Impossible. Okay. Nery has Mission Impossible. We'll start from the bottom. 10, Black Sheep. Twister. 8, Biodome. 7, Independence Day. 6, From Dusk Till Dawn. 5, Broken Arrow. 4, Happy Gilmore. And this is your top 3. The Rock, Birdcage, Mission Impossible. That's a fun afternoon of movies.
That is a fun afternoon. I mean, if it wasn't blind rankings, I'd probably flip that from 3 to 1. You know,
sure.
But yeah, it's fine. That's good. That's good. I'm
Valdes, how do you feel about yours? Number 2, you have Black Sheep, Broken Arrow, From Dusk Till Dawn, Twister, The Rock at number 5, Independence Day, The Birdcage, and your top 3 are Happy Gilmore, Biodome, and Mission Impossible.
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. Like, I mean, looking at those movies now, I'd want my number 1 to be Happy Gilmore, but like it's
really?
fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'd probably pick The Rock to be my number 1 if I had to go through that, if I knew ahead of time. But again, there's the whole point of blind ranking.
That's the whole point.
Here are some honorable mentions that did not get picked, and I know we got to wrap up, but here's some honorable mentions. We have Jerry Maguire, Ransom, 101 Dalmatians, The Nutty Professor, A Time to Kill. I didn't put many drama things on here. We have let's see. the movie Bottle Rockets, the independent film, talking about not spending money on a lot of things.
Wes Anderson.
Down Periscope. Do you remember Down Periscope?
Yes, I saw it recently.
It's great. It still holds up. It's super fun.
Yeah.
Executive Decision, the one where
Steven Seagal got killed
in the first couple seconds.
It was awesome.
Fargo was released in 96. We have this is a sequel. I was gonna say it's Hellraiser Bloodline. And there's so many. What is this one? Where's the other one that I saw? The Juror, which was the Demi Moore, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah,
that's a good one too.
That's a good one, yeah.
We have Unforgettable. Do you remember Unforgettable? That's like one of those weird ones that that not everybody knows. Up Close and Personal with Robert Redford and Michelle Pfeiffer. That was a good one. Primal Fear.
Oh, that's what. If if you would have had that, I would have been pissed that I wouldn't have put that on my number one. Like that would have been like that would have been.
There's so many. A thin line between love and hate. There's so many of these.
Yeah.
This is like it's crazy. Oh, Barbed Wire.
Of course.
I should have put Barbed Wire on there. The Craft.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's a movie. That happened.
That's a movie.
That's a movie.
That's how I feel about Barbed Wire.
I'm like, yeah,
well, that's a movie.
That's a movie.
Oh, I think one that I don't know how we feel about this, but I think of it fondly. Dragonheart. Do you remember?
I am the last one.
I am the last one. The Cable Guy. Oh fuck, man! I didn't put Cable Guy on there. That's
first movie where my dad made me leave because he didn't like the sexual content that was happening in the movie, and because of that, Jim Carrey was forbidden in my house. He called him James Carrey. I never want you to watch another James Carrey movie ever again.
Well, he did go by James Carrey at that time.
Yeah, I know.
It was James Carrey in Living Color. He was in a Jim, and that was the first time as a kid that I learned. I was like, why does it say James Carrey there, and then it says Jim Carrey? Like I did not know Jim and James were. I did not know.
It's like Hank and Henry. You're like, that's the same guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's our blind rankings. 1996. What a year for movies. We could do a whole different 10 movies and still be struggling with like how good they are, or how much not how good, how much we enjoy them. Right.
Sure.
Because Kazam is on here. I'm not going to put Kazam on any list of quality movies. But if you told me, hey, we're going to make you watch Kazam, I'd be like, oh, that'll be fun in a moment, for like the vibe.
I showed my kids 2 days ago. I showed my kids Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I showed them that.
That one's great.
It was really
Dishes
good.
are done, man.
Also in the family show.
Oh, you know what's on this 1996? I didn't say it, but Don't Be a Menace while drinking your
Juice in the Hood.
Whatever that one. Yeah. So many movies. Train Spotting, Willie. There was a Fled. Do you remember Fled? Oh man, this is great. No wonder I was always Kingpin. No wonder I was always.
Oh fuck! You fucked up by not putting Kingpin. I love Kingpin, dude. I love that movie. Holy shit, I love that movie.
Yeah. Tin Cup. So many movies. So many fucking movies. There's too many. I keep naming. Thank you everybody for watching. We did it. It was a successful show. Thank you everybody for watching. You can follow us at our handles below, at Mike Mercadal, at Nery Saenz, at Mike Valdes. We did the thing where our social media is our names. And you can follow at WUBro Pod on all social media platforms. Whatwashisname.com, thekidfromup.com, and check out Zeros on Heroes on all platforms for future things. And
also real quick, the first episode of the Walmart commercial that I did a couple of weeks ago is officially out. There's a series that's coming out for the World Cup, and the first episode is officially out today. It's on YouTube and it's on Walmart's stuff. And just tag me and say that you know me and you love me, and so they can work with me again.
It was so good. Yeah. It was so
Thanks,
good. I
bro.
loved it.
There's so much more.
Send me the link. I haven't seen it. I don't have the things that show me ads anymore because I canceled all my subscriptions.
No, you're good. Yeah, it was a really fun time, and it's gonna get funnier and funnier as it comes on, because now they haven't done any of like the comedic parts that I shot, but I did a lot of improv for it.
Hell
it was really
I did great. Very happy.
Fantastic.
Appreciate
all right,
it.
friends. Thank you for watching. Nery, send us home.
All right, man. That's how winning is done.